What's going on, y'all? So we are back, loving hip hop Hollywood season 3, episode 7, Party Pooper. Before I start this video off, I want to give a shout out to the girls of the show, Tanea and Tiffany. Go follow their YouTube channel, BEY Stan 87. Okay, they gave me a T-shirt of that show. It came out. Well, I just got it today. That's Tiffany and that's Tanea, and in a little cute little letter. I freaking love it and I appreciate it. And they doing big things over there. So y'all go check them out. Moving on from that, loving hip hop. So it starts off with Max up in the hairdresser, in the barber salon, and then here come Ray J. Y'all know I got that Raytronics going on now. I'm finna be Hairtronics. You got the brush, and then you got that spongy thing that they do for the curls. I'm putting that all together so that you don't even have to have that, and you can just make the curls in your hair. Just call it the sprush. I'm sitting here like, okay, right? Whatever. That was just so awkward. But basically, they was talking about situation that was going on with Lil Brandy, Lil B and him, Lil B and Max, and how Max is not, he's fed up with the fact that, of course, Lil B, you fucked up already, but then you continue to fuck up when you come in and you mess up his studio sessions and stuff like that. And he trying to claim like he didn't know what Masika had on. Here go Brandy. Did Masika have her titties out? You won't know what she had on. You know what she had on. Look, I'm finna make this relationship book when I get married, right? And it's gonna be like, you can't be around me with your titties all out. Mind you, did you see the female barber sitting there and she kept on adjusting her shirt like, oh, hold on. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You talking about some, you're supposed to be at the cake testing. That's what they call it. Man, let me tell you something. I missed it with Princess, okay? But I had to be out here and get this money because weddings cost money. It's gonna already be 250, 300,000 for that. So I gotta prioritize and shit. I said, Ray, go figure out your shit and just shut the fuck up. Tiarra Marie. Oh my God, that's my bro. Okay, no, listen, stop. I just had a moment. I just saw somebody on TV. Anyway, oh my God. Moving on. Shit just caught me off guard. I gotta rewind. Um, what wound up happening? Tiarra Marie finally goes into a restaurant, into a studio with B Cox, okay, Brian Michael Cox, and we finally get her in the studio talking about her own music. So she comes in there and she basically asking, do I have enough in me to do another? Do you see me, giving it another try and everything? And, they bring up the fact that L.A. Reid said he wished when they both came out, her and Rihanna, they both came out at the same time, and that he wished that he would have focused more so on Rihanna than he did Tiarra Marie. We all know the backstory between Tiarra Marie. What they failed to put up in there, because they did talk about it in the first season, was the reason why Tiarra Marie didn't get as far as she went, because as she should have been when she first came out, was because of her own attitude and the thinking that she knew it all, and she really didn't. Okay, so after that, they was talking about that, and Brian Michael Cox was basically saying, people, you put your music out and then all of a sudden you don't hear nothing. It's like, what's going on with that? She was like, if you're in the industry and then you hear people talking about me, what would you think they say talking about me if my name was brought up? Why this bitch is crazy? Why she always in the blogs and all this stuff? And I said, oh, okay. Yeah, you need to get your shit together, because for a moment in time, it was not about your music. Even when you put out that song that you did with Young Berg, that Young Berg produced for you, which I brought, okay, which was cute and I actually liked it. People were not really talking about the song. They still was talking about your antics. And plus, being on this show does not really help you. All right. I mean, it's a plus and a negative. It's a plus in the sense that it's getting you back out there for people that forgot about you, but it's not even putting you out there as a singer. It's putting you out there. This is the negative part. It's putting you out there as what you are on this show. You're not promoting your music, okay? You up here promoting drama. That's what it's doing. But anyway, moving on from that, A1 and Lyrica Jr., they went on ahead and got a new house. And, Lyrica is just in her feelings because she don't know how she's going to break it to her mom and that they're married. So they're basically going to throw a party that's like an engagement party so that, everybody can come in. and that's how you're gonna do it. I said, you know, you gotta grow up sometimes, okay? You took a risk, now go ahead and deal with it. So, Tiarra Marie, I almost forgot, bitch. Tiarra Marie, she meets up with Nikki and Nia, not Nia, Shonda for Nikki's birthday or whatever. And she was like, "Girl, you the real MVP. You the MVP. All this stuff. So toast up to you, girl." So Nikki, Tiarra Marie is over here calling me the real MVP, and it's like they don't even know the incident that happened between me and Safari. Like I haven't even talked to Safari after that whole thing. And at this time, I really don't know what's going on because I haven't talked to Safari and I haven't talked to Rosa either. And I'm sitting here like, girl, don't nobody give a shit. So in this whole process, what we found out is that Tiarra, she got to go to court or something like that. She might be going to jail because of the Uber incident. Now, everybody heard about that when she got drunk in that Uber car, either beat the Uber driver or cussed him out either way. And a citizen arrest and all that stuff. That's how she want to put it. Okay, Nikki. I kind of backed off from Tiara because when she get upset, she gets drunk a lot, and it's like I don't really like it when she get drunk all that time, and then she do stupid stuff. But then it's like I need to be a friend and just step in and be there for her and all that stuff. Okay, girl, if you're gonna do that because your friend is wilding. All right, I question. Last season, Tiara Marie got that liposuction. Okay. And then all of a sudden, when the show went off, we saw her new body. Like she did lose some weight because she slenderized a little bit. She gained all that shit back. I know. I'm over here losing some weight too, y'all. And it's like she picking it up. Whatever I'm losing, she picking it up, and you see it all in her face. And I'm like, girl, what's going on? We can go to the gym together. And speaking of going to the gym together, Rosa Acosta calls Jason Lee over there to the gym to come work out with her. Bitch, to talk to her, I should say, because he needs to go ahead and work out and punch a bag or two as well as we all do. He just came there to stand there and look. I said, nigga, lift something, okay? Act like you doing something. Don't just hold the bag. Do something, because she talking and you just watching. She talking and doing. You just watching. But anyway, she was like, I just want to apologize to, Jason, because I thought that Jason was the one that was lying and setting it up for, Safari to be looking like he was dating with Nikki, when in actuality, it was Nikki that was fucking around on me with Safari. And so it's just fucked up that this whole thing is going on, and I have this pop-up event that's going on, and she's supposed to be coming. But you know what? I'm not going to let this bullshit just fuck up my time, okay? I'm going to have my event, and it's going to be lovely. Okay, so Jason shows up, and he was like, I didn't know she was with Safari. She said, so did you know that she was with Safari Minaj? I said, bitch. He said, wait a minute, Minaj. Yeah, the bitch is lame as fuck. He come up in there and he see us and he was like, oh my God, I want you to. I want to see what y'all have, okay? And he was like, well, when a nigga see that he been played by his chick with another chick, he gonna feel a type of way. She's like, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. He lame as shit, okay? I don't give a care about her, and it is what it is. It's over. It's donezo, okay? Point blank, period. Then we get Lyrica and A1 finna have a engagement party. Well, reception, wedding reception slash housewarming party. And they in there practicing what they gonna say. Okay, you say this, baby. He was like, yo, I'm gonna be like, so I want to welcome everybody to our home, and Lyrica, we got something to say. I just want y'all to know that this is not only our housewarming party, it is also our wedding reception. Okay, baby, you can say that. So this all goes down, right? The family, the friends. Lyrica Senior was all here for it, and Pam. Okay, they was like, yay, welcome to our home and all this stuff. Okay, so I want to tell y'all, how y'all doing. Oop, I spilled a little. So this is our housewarming party, but also I want to tell you guys that this is our wedding reception. I said, why she had to drop that? She dropped that glass of wine on the floor, bitch. You do not disrespect the alcohol. Alcohol gets so disrespected throughout all these reality shows, and it does nothing. Okay, it does nothing to no one but makes them feel good. All right, loosen them up and make them feel great. and y'all just totally disrespect the hell out of it. Now, Lyrica Senior, you didn't have to drop that wine on the floor like that. You did not have to drop that champagne on the floor like that, okay? No, you did not. I don't care if it probably was cheap ass Moscato. All right, you didn't have to drop it on the floor like that. Not only did you fuck up the wine, whatever it was, you fucked up the glass, okay? On some good hardwood floor. Why you gotta act so ugly? Stop it. So Pam, she just looking like, girl, what the fuck is going on? Pam is all here for it and everything. Lyrica Senior, she just like, why would you do something like this? Why would you get eloped and all this stuff? Why wouldn't you have me there? Why didn't you even at least tell me? Then I could at least be a little bit okay with it. And Pam just bust out and said, you know what? I just think that you don't want them being married, period. Which I feel that's what the case is. And even A1 said he feel like she jealous. And I get it. I get it. That's her only child. And, you know, the history with the other daughter passing away. And, you know, she hasn't cut that umbilical cord yet. And, you know, it is, I understand that, you know, one may think that it's a little disrespectful not to tell your parents or whatever, get the, you know, the approval of the parents and all that, asking for the daughter's hand and asking for the son's hand or whatever from the parents and getting that approval and everything else. But listen, Lyrica Senior, the way that you acted, that's the exact reason why they did it. You and your drama and Pam's drama, you pushed them to go get eloped. Okay, that's basically what it is. All right, and you getting all up in Pam's face because Pam was trying to calm that shit down. Even though she did put her input in there, she was trying to calm it down just a little bit, but you blew it up, bitch. So that's why, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, let yourself out the door, okay? Because you fucking up their day. All right. Anyway, moving on from that. Um, what else happened? Ray J. Ray J. Pinky, Brinky, take this picture, Brinky, where you going? Where you? Why he called her that? Oh my god. She was like, where you going? Where you going? I was like, baby, I thought we were supposed to be going to the gym. The gym right there. Yeah, baby, can I just go up here and get something to drink? Like, I need to get a coffee or something. Can I get something for me? I was like you was supposed to do for me and go to the cake tasting. Okay? How'd it taste? I said, bitch, if you don't stop. Ray J just likes to antagonize this girl. Like, princess, do you not see what's going on? And so he's supposed to be, I'm finna take her somewhere. You know I fucked up with the cake tasting and everything. But I'm finna take her somewhere. I'm finna just show her something. This big old surprise is gonna make up for everything. And see, all my hard work gonna be put through this. I'm sitting here like, Ray J, what the fuck you trying to do? Girl, he pulled her up on Hollywood Boulevard to see this damn freaking billboard of him and her on the scooty bikes. So this what you took me to? For some damn scooty bike billboard? First of all, I didn't pictures. What? Are you serious? Because he literally got out the car and went in the back and got a scooty bike and said, here, baby, take my picture. Take my picture. No, take my picture right here. Wait a minute. You want me to take your picture? I'm not taking no more of your pictures or whatever. I don't see you getting paid for this. It's like, I am getting paid for this. Well, bitch, I didn't get paid for no billboard. I got you. Like, you had me with this wedding stuff. Why you so mad? Because every time I ask you to do something for this wedding, you make it like it's a fucking joke, bitch. Okay? That's why. Listen, baby. And then she got up in that car and she drove the fuck off. This shit is just comical because it's so dumb. So dumb. Princess, he does it to you every time and you keep falling for it. Oh well, you're married to it now. Deal with it. So it's Brandy and Max's son birthday party. Of course, she invites her girls and she just telling them how she fucked up and she wants to apologize and she don't know. I just want her to come home and all this stuff. They was like, bitch, just let him work in his own time. And of course, Max shows up. He like, regardless of what's going on between me and Brandy, I will never ever miss my child's birthday party. And that's what she sees him and was acting like, I didn't know you was gonna come. I didn't think you was gonna come. Like, you don't know your husband? He's beefing with you, not his child. So why wouldn't he come to his child's birthday party? But eventually they hug it out and he gonna come home. So, oh, I can't stop it because listen, why am I always laughing on certain parts? That's not really funny. But no, Nikki. So this event that I'm supposed to be having, me and Rosa, we supposed to come in together, and it's kind of awkward because we're not gonna walk the carpet together, and I gotta go in and finally face the truth with my friends and tell them exactly what's going on, But I'm gonna still shine and do what I gotta do, okay? And so basically, she tells Tiarra and Nia what happened, how she got caught up with Rosa by Safari, and she was thinking like, oh damn, I thought he was gonna be like, oh shit, I'm horny as fuck, but no, he got mad for real, bitch, and I'm sitting here like, what? And then she was like, they said, he says he want both of us. And it was like, no, and I haven't really talked to Rosa like that. And so that situation is done. But then here comes Rosa with Carter the fucking body. Now listen, if you in the LGBT community, and some of y'all straight girls probably know her too. Carter the body, she like this stud stripper, whatever. Not necessarily a stripper, but she gets down on that side. But she's very, very popular. And when they call her Carter the body, because the bitch got a body on her, like 6 packs and all that shit. And I was like, all right, she do her thing. She's highly respected. I dig the bitch, okay? And I respect her. So my thing is, like we say, you must be getting your acting on and all this stuff. I see you up in the lipstick series. You do good up in there. Bitch, check out lipstick series, because if y'all into her, she gonna be on there. And she got her real girlfriend in there. They make a cute ass couple. So this is how I know this shit is fake as fuck, okay? Because she already got a new bitch. And they gonna be banging it out in there. Anyway, I said, girl, why are you getting involved with this shit? I know, cameras, likes and stuff. You real with it, okay? You a real lesbian. Quit this fake. Don't fuck around with this fake shit or whatever. I mean, get your shine on, but don't get swallowed up in this shit, okay? And so here go Rosa. I brought my friend Carter because she like my gym partner and all that stuff. But she real. And so they see Carter come up in there, and Nikki has the nerve to say, "Well, she don't look good. It's me and all this shit." I'm like, well. Her body is actually real and yours is fake as fuck, but it is what it is. Y'all throwing jabs at each other. Carter you were flirting a little bit with Nikki. Nikki throwing jabs at Carter. Rosa wanting an apology and all this stuff. Nikki like, well, you know what it was when we got together. We was just hanging out and all that stuff. You thinking that you want some apology? You're not getting no apology or whatever. You need to plug your ears down because you're not going to hear it, all right? You're not going to hear it because you're not going to get it. I said, I really don't fucking care. This is too fake for me to even care about. Lyrica Senior goes over to A1 and Lyrica Junior house. Mind you, the door was unlocked and she just came in. Bitch, I don't care what type of neighborhood you live in. You knock on my door and I'm gonna have my doors locked either way. And you talk about I'm so disrespected and disgusted at the fact that they got married, they eloped, and they don't see how hurtful it is to me and all this, and I just want my dogs. So Lyrica wasn't there, and you talking to A1 and you talking down to him, and you just don't see the reason why that they did this. Look at your attitude, okay? If you didn't have the attitude that you did and it caused the drama that you caused, they wouldn't have eloped, all right? Okay, you have a shitty attitude and you're not trying to see it from their perspective, okay? The reason why they went on ahead and eloped. And he said, I don't know where your dog's at. But you can have this, and gave her the wedding picture, and she threw that shit down and broke it. That's some disrespectful ass, petty ass shit. I think she just jealous that she ain't married. She ain't got no man. That your daughter, you have no control over her no more. And you trying to blame it all on him and make it seem like he's the main one that was trying to convince her to do it. They both decided to do that shit. Girl, get over yourself. But when she left and A1 went out there and got them dogs, I say petty as shit. But that was Love and Hip Hop. Hollywood. I'm about to switch over and watch the debates. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Y'all put in the comments how y'all felt about this. And I'll see y'all later. Such a filler episode. So look at the time of this review.